Hey everyone, today I have on my workbench the Spirit bass by Steinberger, the X-25 model. The client wasn't happy with the stock pickups which come along with the bass and therefore decided to upgrade to EMG pickups. We finally ended up with the EMG X Series and went with the 35 DC X version of this pickup. That said, there's some unique challenges because these pickups don't fit in the housing of the stock pickups, and therefore some work has to be done in order to make sure they fit. So let me explain what I have done. So within the pickup cavity itself, I've had to kind of route off the edges for the excess material which was here at the side. I've also created another recess channel over here, as you can see, for these wires to kind of then sit flush underneath and do not obstruct the pickup. Now, the original pickup cavity had these further recesses here at the side, which basically hold the springs and allow you to kind of adjust the height of the pickups. Now, if I were to go with that depth, what would happen is that these pickups would just collapse into the case. It would be difficult to increase the height. Therefore, I've placed these mahogany cleats, as you will see over here, to kind of raise the height and also index them with some holes so that this pickup can then fit into this cavity, and at the same time you can increase and decrease the height. Now, since we don't have the housing, I've had to kind of innovate a bit. So I've put a spring over here. There's a bit of a rubber band tie just to hold the spring. It doesn't have any advantage apart from just holding the spring. So this will allow me, when I do place this pickup in, to then find those indexing holes without the spring slipping out, and then I can seat these this particular pickup over here. So here's an example of what I've done so far, and the pickup is rock solid in, and you can even increase or decrease the height of the pickups. I might have to wax up the screws a bit just so that it makes the turning of the screws much easier. Now on the back side, let me show this to you. Just gonna hold this at the side. To house the 9-volt battery, what I have done is I've created a pouch and wrapped some insulation material within the pouch which houses the 9-volt battery. I've also added a bit of insulation tape over here so we don't have any short of any of the circuits, because the output jack could perhaps touch one of the pods or the terminals over here and then short out or ground out the connection, which I do not want. So this kind of pouch fits nicely and snug. The battery bus is over here the side, and you can then place this in the cavity and then cover it up. So you don't have to have the battery pouch sitting outside, which can be a bit of a problem sometimes. Whilst playing, it could just, even if you velcro it over here, it could fall off and cause all sorts of issues. So that's what I've done so far with this. The pickup worked perfectly well. So here's how the pickup looks after the work has been done. I've put on these plastic bindings at the side to cover some of the gaps which were there at the side. The original pickup cavity was a bit larger. I just took off materials at the edges by routing the cavity.